I hope you're doing really good today. Thank you for tuning in. This message is going to be about a divine masculine. And, you know, keep in mind you can be a male or a female in that energy. It doesn't have to be male, but it is most likely 9 times out of 10 definitely a male. But I have seen many men that actually carry a feminine energy. And a lot of the time those men are straight. So it has nothing to do with preference of sexual partner. It just has something to do with the kind of energy you carry. You know, we all carry masculine and feminine energies, but I would say spiritually, in this community, we generally inherit more of a certain energy. So think of the yin and the yang. When you're on a twin flame path, you would be either the white or the black. And inside the white and the black is a small circular speck of the opposite color. So there's just a little bit inside of you that is, you know, either the opposite, but there's a majority of you that you resonate with more so half of that. And those are for people that are one soul, two bodies. For everybody else that is not on a twin flame journey, you might carry those energies equally, okay? So you just have to kind of know your walk. I just know my walk, I know my path, and the people that are with me on the collective group. And there is other people on different groups, different collectives. So if you found mine and you resonate, then welcome. But we're going to tap into the masculine energy. And if all you guys are watching and you're like, oh yeah, I want to see what's going on with my masculine, welcome. Hey markers, hey everybody. Okay, let's start this out. I think today I want to do a chakra reading. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So bottom of the deck, we have contemplation, number 4. And look at that. She's Mayan. She's cleansing. She's using her sage, and she's purifying some energy. But she's just trying to get clear thought. I do think today the masculine is in the energy of, I just want to make sense of everything that's been going on, and I want to make sense of my plans going forward. So the masculine is in deep thought today. I kind of get the feeling that they're driving, they're going on a drive and just thinking, okay? Or they might drive out to their favorite spot, a park, or just, you know, a scenic view, or some outdoor space that just helps them think. Even if they just park and look over the other side. I just feel like they're taking that time, you know, just for themselves. All right, so I'm going to read that. Oh, you like my chakra readings? Yay! So the overall underall energy of the masculine element is earth. So your masculine could be earth, okay? So Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I don't know why I went blank there for a second. The number 4 stands for strength and certainty. The phase is quietude. All right. So listen to the universe in silent meditation. The difficulty the masculine has faced can be helped by some quiet time alone, some deep meditation, because knowledge of our innermost self comes from deep contemplation. Our calling in life, or the solution to a seemingly difficult, unsolvable problem, emerges through this stillness. Create or find a personal sanctuary in your home, your workplace, or somewhere outside where you can escape. Close your eyes and focus on a single fixed point, like a candle. Enter into the present moment without distraction and unwind your mind and all those thoughts whirling throughout this beautiful factory we call our brain, and just simply be. If you are struggling with one of life's big mysteries, Try saying less and listening more. Become aware of what you normally don't perceive. Don't speak every little thought that pops onto your tongue. Silence brings protection of all that we hold dear, especially those tender parts of us that feel most criticized, judged, or vulnerable. And if you are inspired with an embryonic idea, keep it to yourself and wait before brainstorming or sharing it with others. For now, contemplate a secret inner truth just between you and the universe. All right, so I'm digging that so far. I really am. The masculine is doing the work. I mean, I'm not saying the masculine is in a super spiritual place, but I am saying the masculine is taking some time out to think about it. You know, I am saying the masculine is definitely acknowledging that he or she needs to work out some thoughts, needs to work out some situations in their life. There needs to be some better clarity. Spirit, please clarify these chakra readings. Show me the base. Show me the sacral. Okay. And show me the solar. Okay. And show me the heart. And show me the throat. Show me the third eye. All right, let me move this out of the way. And show me the crown jewel. What is this awakening? Okay. All right. So bottom of the deck over here is all tied up in reverse. Kind of cool. We've been getting this card in reverse for a couple days now. That's really good. I don't have to read it, but just so you guys know, this is about getting detached from something that somebody was once stuck in. This is the Eight of Swords in reverse, but it's more than the Eight of Swords because it's not just thoughts. It's a situation. It's a lifestyle. It's a relationship. It's a job. It's all kinds of things. But when it's in reverse, this person is finally getting out of some situation that wasn't good for him or her. So I really like that they are moving away from toxic energy, to be honest. Where's my tea? Okay. Good tea. All right, so Spirit, what has the Divine Masculine been focusing on today? Oh, we have the grasshopper. So jumping ahead. Your masculine's trying to get ahead on something. I feel like they're trying to get ahead on money, trying to get ahead on bills, but they're just trying to make some big plans for the future. And they're trying to figure out how to do it quickly. How can I overcome some situation really fast? And believe me, they're kind of jumping around in life, back and forth between people. Very, very busy. Their life has been kind of a wreck. I feel like they've been in their car, like to this house, to that house, to this job, to here, to there, to there. It's like, what's going on? Why are you jumping around like a jackrabbit? Why are you jumping around like a grasshopper? They're just trying to make some big moves in their life, trying to be better off than they were. And they feel like keeping busy is what the answer is. But you guys and I know that keeping busy is not exactly the answer to getting ahead in life. But that's how they see it because, you know, the masculine energies are very physical. They're not metaphysical, they're physical. So they have a hard time manifesting sometimes because it just requires fantasy, thoughts, dreams, and a different perception. And they don't really like that. They like to be hands-on. So yeah, your masculine is definitely jumping around a lot today. All right, so we're going to start with the root. And the root chakra, it talks about your financial stability. It talks about your ancestry, the DNA that connects you to your ancestors, okay? So that's important. It talks about your karma, where you came from. You know, it's like that saying, don't ever forget where you came from. That's the root chakra. But more than that, it supports your growth as a human. So if the base chakra, the root, is disrupted, you're going to have a lot of struggles. A lot of people that struggle with the root chakra, the base, are people that have been molested in childhood, people that have been mentally or verbally, emotionally abused in their growing up, people that were adopted, people that were abandoned, people that lost their parents at a very early age because of an untimely death, people that move around a lot. They don't have a stable place. You know, even military people tend to have a struggle with the root because it's like the saying goes, if you're not rooted in, you're going to blow away, just like all the seeds that just blow away. You need to have your roots grounded into a foundation, or you're very wishy-washy, you're very unsettled. And so, yeah, a lot of people do struggle with the root chakra for many reasons. And I don't know what's going on with the masculine, but we'll see what's happening in his or her root chakra. First card out. Oh, and it's about motherhood with a baby, and it's innocence, number 5 in reverse. But just take a look at the picture. There's a mom adoring her child. She is just so in love with this baby. She's holding him up. He's looking at the stars. Anything's possible. It's that beautiful innocence. I do feel like the masculine's innocence was taken away at a very early age. Maybe he or she saw something they shouldn't have seen. Maybe they witnessed siblings misbehaving or doing bad things. Maybe they witnessed a murder. Maybe they witnessed abuse, all kinds of things. Maybe they were the person that was abused. I mean, there's so many options, but there is a struggle in their earliest childhood where their innocence was kind of taken away. That's what I feel. This is the element of water. It's about a beginning. The number 5, though, is about challenge. And it says, and the stars look different today. But in reverse, the baby wobbles and stands with the mother's help. He is utterly pure, with the slightest knowledge of the world. He feels hunger, he gurgles, he cries, and falls asleep. All of the rest of life is a wonder to him. As the baby explores, a record is made, the start of what will become recognition and memory. For today, there is only the present. There is no mother without a baby, and vice versa. The innocence card can express a relationship with clear roles and attitudes. The mother is caring. She's patient, protective. The baby is curious, receptive, and blameless. These roles and attitudes apply to variants of the mother-baby, such as a teacher, student, master, apprentice, or an expert or novice. The sun symbolizes the source of life, as well as the self. As the baby contemplates the sun, he will become aware of what he is and what is outside himself. The sun symbol refers to an endless wonder, the beginner's mind in Buddhism. When this is reversed, we resist letting others help us get started. We want to be independent and do everything on our own. Common culprits are fear and of not looking good, or a fear of vulnerability, or excessive pride. This person may feel angry, confused, jaded about learning something new, kind of a I already know it all attitude. To overcome this challenge, look at the other cards in the spread or pull a new card and consider what the elements are saying to you now. I kind of feel like the masculine doesn't want any help with their childhood. The feminine wants to take a role of nurturer, and the masculine says, I already know it all. I don't need to be nurtured. Go nurture yourself. Go deal with your own self. I don't want help. I have this on my own. I never asked for your help. I'm not looking for it. Why don't you go and just live your life? Let me live mine. I kind of get that feeling. The masculine also has a struggle because he or she is very confused about who they are because they're not rooted. This person may have grown up military, moving around quite a bit, never feeling like they had some place to call home. This person may not be connected to grandparents. Person is not connected to grandparents, actually, because the ancestors are disconnected. This person doesn't know where their roots are. Maybe they know of the place, but they're nowhere near it. This person is independent and on their own and away from where they started. There's just a lack of family roots, and I think they struggle. And the feminine just wants to nurture this person and make them feel at home and invite them in their family, but this person is like, no, I'm fine on my own. I've been fine on my own. Let's get a card to clarify this energy. Door to romance, the number 33, opening up. This masculine has a hard time accepting their partner's family. They kind of feel adopted. You know, this person's just like, I know they're your family and they care, but do they really? But because of your relationship with your masculine, because of this romance, it's opening up new doors for family connections. And this is probably past life family connections. If the masculine would only open his heart, or her heart, they would feel the connection between themselves and family. I don't know why the masculine is so closed off to that idea. But your love and your relationship is actually going to bring this person family. And I think they know that. And you guys might actually, we do have a child. For some of you in this age group, perhaps you guys are going to have a baby. And that is going to tie you guys together at the root and create some form of foundation. I looked up, I saw 44 people watching, and we have the card number 33. The 3 to the 4 represents progression. So this is moving along. This is changing. I do feel things are going to get better, okay? And you might be seeing 33 and 44 a lot, but things are going to get better between you guys. And I think you guys might share a child. If you're not of that age and you're not going to share a child, it just means that, like I said, family bonding your guys' family together is what would be great. So whether you're looking for a new relationship or just more love in a relationship you're in, this door with an open heart is a new beginning in this person's experience. New love is coming into their life, and they're beginning to be brought together by a strong, resonant connection. This may be a call from a past life. It's tenderness that blooms into heartfelt affection. This relationship, if it already exists in an energetic potential, so it's going to perform in the real life, in the 3D. This may be a call. So when this card appears in your spread, make sure you are protecting the kind of self-love energy you want to receive from others. Be aware that what the universe returns to you is because you've called it in yourself. Are you ready to open up that door? I think this person might actually be welcoming a child. And if it's not their own blood, it could be that they're adopting. It could be that they're accepting of a child. It could also be that they are in the process of connecting with their inner child. And for a lot of people, that inner child is very precious. Just because we grew up doesn't mean that innocent, beautiful spirit inside of us is gone. It's there, and it's beautiful and it's hopeful, and it actually, your inner child represents your hope. Without your inner child, you would not have any hope for humanity. You wouldn't have any hope for people to change. You wouldn't be so forgiving. You wouldn't be so loving. That inner child inside of you, it's what creates all of that. So this person has a very beautiful inner child. And I do sense that it's challenging, but it wants to come back to life. And this person has some childhood wounds that they do have to address. Okay? It is what it is. Let's get a tarot card to clarify these childhood wounds. Spirit, what are they dealing with right now in the chakra energy? We have the Eight of Cups. This is abandonment. This masculine suffers from abandonment. And we have Eight of Cups, and we have Eight of Wands. 8, 8. 3, 3, 4, 4, 8, 8. That's a sign. This person is seeing duplicates. Look at that, 22 likes. I'm not kidding. This person is repeating a cycle. This person has to leave behind those childhood wounds, but what's happening right now is they are still in pain, suffering from abandonment or the loss of a parent that left. And with the moon, it could be a mother. We do have a mother here. There's a mother that was absent. Look, I was pretty much, a lot of the time, my grandparents took part in raising me, and that's a beautiful love connection. I'm very close to my grandpa, you guys know, and my grandparents, my grandma. But it just does not compare to what I have with my actual parents. Okay? I hug and kiss my grandparents. I spent nights there. We had fun. We had a very tender, close relationship. And it doesn't matter how close it was, it's never going to be what it is with my parents. And to be honest, my parents, it wasn't even as close or as tender as it was with my grandparents. But it was just a different connection. It was different because they were responsible for me, because I came from them, because I look like them, because I relate to them, because I saw them work so hard and I was their main focus. I was what they lived for. So it's very different with your parents than your grandparents. It's easier for a grandparent to raise a grandchild because they've already done it before. They're experienced. It's easy. A lot easier. And your parents, you see their struggles. So when somebody misses out on that, they miss out on seeing someone struggle and push through that and be there, and be present. So this person kind of feels like one of their parents was absent from the home all the time because of work or alcoholism. For some, with Eight of Cups, it could be alcoholism. For others, it was just they were absent for whatever reason, okay? But there was just this distance. And for some, it could have been death. This is Scorpio. So it's quite possible it could have been death for this person. But I'm just going to say in a nutshell, the masculine, whether he or she is, male or female, this person has a problem in their root sector from abandonment or just the absence of parental security, okay? And so they really struggle today as an adult being the strong masculine that you want them to be because there is a lack of guidance and there's a lack of them connecting with their inner child. So they're kind of distancing themselves from that. And I think you've seen it. I think you sense it and you know it. But I do think today this person is taking time away to go and heal that, to go and seek some self-love, to meditate, to grow, to be a better person. This person may have also abandoned one of their own children at one point in their life. So this person may have replicated a cycle. That's what I'm feeling with the 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4s. There's a cycle of repetition here. And so this person may be inheriting a karmic disconnection from the parents. And so the roots of this masculine's parents and this masculine's parents' is very disconnected. There's a very big struggle. And I'm going to tell you, when you start out with a struggle from the root, from the base of the tree, the whole thing has issues. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it all starts somewhere, and starting from the root, it's not exactly a thrilling experience. What does this masculine want to say about their root chakra situation? Masculine, what do you want to say about your root chakra? What do you want to say? Bottom of the deck, feminine, your light is guiding me to my home, my beautiful home. You're radiant. Okay? So the masculine's like, thank you for like trying to pull me out of this rut, number one. Excuse me, guys. These are the Masculine Madness cards for anyone that wants to know. The next card that comes out is, I know we are meant to be, and I'm committed to our love commitment. So they feel like they have a soul contract with you. You represent strength and stability. They know that you guys met and walked your paths together so you could give them some kind of stability that they were lacking. And in essence, that's what the twin flames do. They give the other what's lacking. It's definitely true. And again, this masculine says, you know, what was damaged for me in the past was commitment. I don't feel like my parents were committed to me, or I don't feel like, you know, my roots, my ancestors were committed to living in a specific place or creating roots. They just weren't committed to creating roots. And so there's a struggle there. But, you know, the masculine in a nutshell, all the way from the root chakra, they struggle with commitment. Okay? So we have someone that is maybe not very faithful, and we have someone here that maybe tends to walk away from love commitments. All right? So this person opens up that beautiful Pandora's box of love, and after a while does what his parents did or her parents did and grandparents and so on, and they just pick up and walk away. So there's this cycle of abandonment, okay? And that all stems from the root. Anyways, that's what they want to say about it. I feel like I want to get a past life card on that. Spirit, please give me a past life card for the Divine Masculine. Medicine man or woman. Healer. This is Virgo energy. This is very strong Virgo energy. Pisces energy as well. Listen, I said from the beginning with this card, there's an earth sign masculine. And there's a confirmation here about Virgo. Now, in this masculine's family history, there's a lot of Virgos, okay? There just is. The mother could have been a Virgo. The father could have been a Virgo. The grandparents could have been a Virgo. Their kids could be a Virgo. I don't know, but there's just a lot of Virgo connection. They do have an ancestry of healing in past lives. So it's kind of weird because in a past life, your masculine was a healer, a medicine man or a medicine woman. In this life, they've been reincarnated to have the reciprocal of that. They need the healing. It's kind of like you have to experience it to know it better. So because they were healers in a past life, now that your person's experience is, I need to be healed. So your person is seeking a healer. And I do think the Divine Feminine may also resonate with a healer. So Divine Feminine, you might also resonate with a Pisces or a Virgo connection, but you also are a healer. And so you guys are the reciprocant, the reciprocal, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, the yin yang. So I do think that there's a mutual healing, and that is your path, and that is your purpose. And this person was very wise in the art of healing. And you might even notice that today, that they just have a knack for healing. This is through medicine. They might have a knack about medicines and things like that. They might also have a knack about food, like all the natural remedies through food of healing. and herbal holistic remedies. They might just be natural, using gemstones also, sage, those kinds of things. This person may just have that kind of a gift where they're pretty aware of those kinds of forms of healing, and they are trying to implement that. Believe me, they are trying to implement it because it is their past life. All right, so now we're going to move on to the sacral chakra. Now the sacral is the second, okay, going up the totem pole here, and it does represent your personal identity, your personal space, your personal thoughts, your private parts, yeah, your sexuality. How do you feel sexually? What are you attracted to? It also talks about your desires. What do you really want in this life? What are you attracted to? Fast cars, fast girls, money, lots of sex, maybe no sex. You know, what are your wants in this world? And that's the sacral. It's also related to the word sacred, obviously, because these are sacred parts of yourself, your sacred innermost desires. These are things that you may not share with everybody. Your private parts, these are sacred. You don't just give them out. You don't just share them with everybody. These are personal, very personal, sensitive areas of your life. So when you look at the sacral, what do you keep sacred? What do you treasure? What's important to you? Let's take a look. We have the quickening in reverse. Never gotten that combination before. This is about signs of new growth and about having children. It's about feeling this new life, being sensitive, being psychic. And in the sacral, when it's in reverse, I kind of feel like this person doesn't feel very connected spiritually. Why does this person not feel spiritual? It's kind of like this person just, I hate to say it, but has sex to have sex. Not because it's meaningful. Because there's a lack of spirituality here. This person's body is almost not sacred. I hate to say that, and I'm not trying to offend anybody for cross-watching or whoever's listening. But if you are a masculine and you're watching me, do you feel like your body is not sacred? You're kind of numb. You lost sensitivity. I also feel someone here might have a porn addiction, which leads to an insensitive approach to making love. And it is definitely Linda Dove. Are you a divine masculine, Linda? Just curious. Because I'm doing a divine masculine reading and it said, I am a lover, not a luster. So Linda, I'm asking you if you are taking this reading personally. Because if you're a lover, not a luster, then I'm not reading a divine feminine reading. I'm reading a divine masculine. And I'm not even saying that he or she is a luster. I'm just saying that this person has some issues with being sacred to themselves. They believe the body is not that sacred. Okay? There's some kind of insensitivity with their spiritual body. That's been damaged. Maybe they did suffer from some sexual abuse. It's possible. And sometimes, I would say most of the time, the masculine suffers with stuff like that. Oh, you're trying to understand, cross-watcher trying to understand. Okay, yeah, so that's okay, Linda. Yeah, this is a DM reading, so if you're cross-watching, this is what's going on with them, not you. So just, kind of watch and see what happens, see what's going on with your partner. Hopefully it resonates for him or her, whomever you're with there. But yeah, there's a big disconnection with their body and their spiritual body. And I do think there could very well be some abuse. And maybe you don't even know about it. Maybe you're not even aware of it. But this is the number 7. The element is growth. A young woman holds her vision in her hands. It's a rainbow color. It surrounds her, while all the missing pieces fly on their own accord. Her vision quickens with life. Fire activates this card. The puzzle pieces symbolize a metaphysical ingredient to a recipe of manifestation. The theme of reaching the light and beginning liberation. But when this card is reversed, it says there are obstacles preventing this masculine from realizing his or her own dream. Despite their sincere intentions, maybe the timing isn't right. Wavering faith, in and out faith, keeps this person's efforts inconsistent. The masculine may be trying to do too much or overworking due to perfectionism, rather than welcoming help from the universe. We're not concentrating on our vision, just hoping it will manifest magically by itself. Look to the elements in your spread to see which forces can energize and activate this goal. Okay, well, the element is earth, and that is hardworking, and that represents money, financials. Again, the theme for the masculine so far is, I already know it all. I don't need any help. I'm independent and I want to do it on my own. I just want to do it on my own. That is the theme. And it's just an ongoing theme for this person. Strong independence, even with that 8 of Cups, walking away from emotions that just he or she feels not attached to anymore is a theme. Walking away, running away, and being independent. Why? Because it all stems from the root. Not having that parental security, not having that grandparent security, and that home that will always be home. When someone lacks that in their life, believe me, it is a struggle from there on out. And through marriage, through union, your masculine is supposed to adopt a family. But there's a struggle because there's a component missing. And my advice to the masculine is connect with your ancestors spiritually through meditation. Go to the place of your ancestors' birth. Go to the place of your parents' birth. Touch the homes that your parents once lived. Touch the earth. Put your hands in there and just feel connected and say, you know, I want to be a part of this. I want to know where I came from. I want to be connected to my people, to my parents, to my grandparents. I need that. And so there's just, you know, again, running away because there's a lack of security. It's just a theme. Let's clarify that energy with the next card. Am I right or am I right? Come on, guys. 66 people watching, 33 thumbs up. Come on, guys. You know I'm seeing nothing but doubles in this reading. Come on now. We got the happy family in reverse. You know this is a broken bridge. This is a broken family. Listen, this masculine comes from a broken family. It is what it is, okay? He or she comes from a broken family. We're going to read this. And it's very sad. It's very sad. Coming from a broken home, a divorced home, or just a home that feels broken is very deeply hurtful. So the masculine, when the happy family card is in reverse, it indicates a separation or emotional distance between you and your family members, even close friends, even your own children. The disconnect may be from your family origin, just what I said, such as your parents or your siblings or grandparents. It may even be something that is standing between you and your present family members, your wife, your husband, and your children, whether it be your children or your spouse. There could be some hostilities that need to be worked out, or perhaps some fences that need to be mended between you guys. Communication and patience is definitely called for here. Masculine, please let your intuition guide you. Let your heart lead you. Remember, real healing starts when you choose to become your own loving parent, your own loving sibling, your own loving spouse, your own loving friend, and your own loving child. The lesson in every relationship for you is self-honoring. And sometimes the karma is just to let go. Oh, guys, that's a lot of pain. I'm sure you guys can feel it just as much as I can feel it. There's no way that I could resonate with a feeling except being an empath on having a strong family disrupted. I was blessed to have a very tight family. We have our problems. We argue probably more than anybody else. But we love each other so much. There's so much affection in my family. I hug and kiss my brothers. I hug and kiss my grandparents. I hug and kiss my parents. My children are overly hugged and kissed. We have a lot of affection and a lot of security. And no matter our fights and our disagreements, we know that we can always show up to each other's houses and be welcomed. We know that we can always have a place to call home within our family. And the fact that I know my grandparents so intimately is a blessing. But I have a moon in the 4th house, so I resonate with that. Close family. That's my heart. But this person doesn't have that. Maybe you're watching and you don't have that. I don't know. I don't have that experience. But I am empathic, and I feel the pain and the emptiness that one must have by not having that. So for someone having an empty void and just, I can't imagine the heartache of not having the joy of any of that. I can't imagine. I can't. And to know that there's a human out there that's experiencing loneliness, emptiness, disconnection, and all alone in the world, it hurts. It hurts my heart to know that this masculine is suffering with that pain. And all I want to do as a feminine is give affection, give hug, give security. And I'm sure that the feminines out there with the romance door, that's all you want to do is give what you have. Give your family to them. Give your love and affection and security to them. Let them know they're loved. But I'm here to tell you that no matter what you do, no matter how much you try to nurture and love this person and give them that rock, you will never fill the void. There's nothing you can do. And that's defeating. For everyone watching, cross-watching, you know, that is a defeating message. That nothing you do and nothing your family can do will make that better. This is something they have to work out within themselves, because in the sacral, the secret hidden desire for the masculine is, I yearn for my family. I desire my grandparents. I desire my family. I desire that, and I'm being denied. I don't have that. It will never come into this reality. It will never be in this world with me, in this body at this time. It won't. The quickening is kind of a death because it's in reverse. And this person, like the message, sometimes the karma is to let that go. So your person is learning in this life how to deal with pain, how to deal with loss. Now, you did cross their path for a reason. Funny Virgo Pisces energy, right? We had that earlier. Medicine man or woman, the great healer is Pisces and Virgo. And it's funny because they're 1-7 across from each other. Virgo represents sickness. Pisces represents the cure. Virgo represents illness. Pisces represents death, liberation from the illness. Virgo represents hard work, earning money. Pisces represents the bills in which you have to spend that money, the loss. Both of them are a loss of some type, a loss of energy or a loss of resources. But that's that medicine man or woman. The people that understand loss are the healers. And they have to go through loss so they can learn the right medicine, metaphorical, physical, and all of that. They have to learn the right kind of medicine to heal people. And so your person's walk is to suffer, because I'm pretty sure that in the next life, they're going to be an excellent counselor or an excellent psychologist, an excellent healer of people that have dealt with this kind of loss. Right now, this is their schooling. Right now, this is what they're learning as a soul. And as much as you want to interject your love and healing, it might help. It might soften the blow, but it will never heal the blow. It's never going to heal this wound. So just know that you're here to soften this and cushion them and give them support, but they have to go through this hurt themselves. That's a very difficult thing to do, is to sit back and watch somebody suffer and you really don't have the antidote. That is a really difficult thing to do. You can make that journey easier, but you can't take it away. Let's get a message from them about this hurtful situation. Your eyes see into the depths of my soul. I miss your warmth. I'm sorry I gave you the cold shoulder. The masculine definitely misses you. There's a yearning for you. Remember, the sacral is desire. So the masculine desires you and misses you. Okay, feminines? The masculine also says that you definitely see into the depths of their soul. The masculine knows that you as the feminine, you are very intuitive, very psychic. And you know their hurts. You know it's their problem is. That's a lot of the reason they run. Because they don't want to be vulnerable. Remember from the very beginning of the reading? It's, I already know. I can do everything by myself. They have this stuckness with being independent and stubborn. So when you see into their soul and you understand their wounds, they don't want you to see that. As soon as you start to witness that, they give you the cold shoulder, okay? Because how dare you look at their issues? You know what I'm saying? Please don't do that. That's how they feel. Please don't look at my difficult parts. I want to be on my own. I don't want to be coddled. When you know deep down that's exactly what they need, is to be coddled. They need to be held and loved, but this person is just a refusal of that love. 8 of Cups, I am refusing the love. I am walking away from the love. I don't feel comfortable in that love because that's my wound. That's my Achilles heel. That's my weak spot. Please don't acknowledge my weakness. Because why? Hello, guys. Masculines, male or female, they don't want to be weak. Hello? Ding, ding, ding. Are we awake here? Are we listening? Masculines do not need nor feel they can be weak. How dare you even acknowledge they have a weakness? There's a lot of your guys' issues just coming out right here. And we haven't even finished, but this is just the lower chakras that we're dealing with here. Believe me, they don't want anyone to know what their problems are. That's their business. We also have someone who's extremely private, because that's very Virgo Pisces. Extremely private. I want to keep my business to myself. This is my private affairs. My worries are not yours. Don't worry about me. You might even hear that a lot from your masculine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. But really they're not. But you know the story. Okay, we're going to move on. Spirit, please guide and direct me. Woo! Woo! We're going to get into the solar plexus chakra, the yellow, the sun, the confidence, their body, their health and well-being. How is your person doing physically? How is your masculine walking in this world? Okay? A truly physically wounded warrior? Okay? Or, you know, someone that's healthy and energetic and has a lot of confidence. Or does this person struggle in that arena? I don't know. We'll see. We're going to see the real truth. First card out is the Ascent. Another reversal. God, I hope not all of these cards are reversed. The Ascent in reverse. Lord, help me on this one. This is a number 9. That is an ending phase. I kind of see the Ascent as climbing and overcoming something. So when it's in reverse, they have not overcome. This person may not have overcome an illness, honestly. They may be having a hard time. This masculine may be sick and just not back to their best. I feel like their physical body is weakening, okay? Maybe they're overworked, underslept. Maybe they don't eat healthy. Maybe they're depressed and stressed. Maybe it is an actual disease or illness. I don't know, but they're just not doing well. They haven't overcome some kind of a physical situation. And metaphorically, in terms of their confidence, this person really hasn't found their confidence. It's kind of low. So this is about rising up to higher ground and letting your opponents fall away below you. The element is air. The phase is refinement. The number is 9. The artwork is above all jealous mouths. The warrior straddles an amethyst cliff. It's beautiful. Okay. Above a ruined battleground. When this card is reversed, it's upside down in your spread. It means that this masculine is stuck in a mental obsession. Ask the universe to erase this person's internal tape of anger, hurt, or disgust over others' behavior or inactions. Replace these negative thoughts with an affirmation such as, I am beautiful. I am a child of the universe, full of peace and generosity. I will not waste the beauty of this day on another negative thought. Wow. Masculine's pissed. Masculine is absolutely pissed, angry. Listen, this is him channeling here. I'm not happy with the cards I've been dealt. It's not fucking fair. It's not fucking right. Why did I have to suffer like this? Why did I have to go through all of this shit? Why has my life up until now been almost nothing but suffering? Dashdana houses, 6th, 8th, and 12th. I've already got 2 of them in the books here. Pisces and Virgo, Dashdana houses, which is hardship houses, suffering houses, karmic, painful houses. This is the dark side of life. Masculine is very upset with God. How could you let this happen to me? How is this not fair? You know, I almost have tears because look at the coincidences with this reading. I picked a picture from the movie The Shack. Why did I pick it? I just watched The Shack yesterday with my kids. I love that movie. I like it because of the scenery in the movie, the connection to God, which was Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I like the twist on the story, God being a woman, and changing forms. It's a beautiful movie. And I was attracted to it. So today when I did this Divine Masculine reading, I was going through my pictures and I recently just saved that image of the cabin in my phone because I was doing a vision board and I wanted a cabin like the shack. I was trying to visualize, you know, having a cabin like that somewhere, someday. And so I saved that image on my phone after I Googled it so I could print it out and put it on my vision board. But look at the weird coincidences. I had no idea I was even going to do a Divine Masculine reading today. I was coming on to your video here and I was like, what should I do? Should I do feminine? Should I do masculine? Should I do an elemental read? Should I go ahead and start the 1111s or wait till later? You know, I was toying back and forth with what kind of a video I was even going to come on here and do. And then something told me, you know what, go ahead and do a Divine Masculine reading. I was like, okay. And then when I was starting the live, I was going to go through my photos to pick a photo for the thumbnail. And I just went through my recent photos, which were images of cabins and woods and stuff. And I saw that picture. And I saw him sitting outside of the cabin. And I thought, oh, that's such a beautiful picture. And, oh, you know, he's a masculine. So I'm going to pick that image because there's a man sitting on a porch. Kind of represents the masculine in deep thought, deep contemplation, working out some troubles, you know, connecting with God on all levels in this place, you know, this beautiful place. And funny because just notice how all of that took place. It wasn't planned. It just happened. It just happened. That's when all the puzzle pieces start to fit together. You know, we start to realize I'm in tune. I'm preparing myself for this reading today. Everything I did yesterday was preparation for today. And funny because the reading started out with contemplation, deep thought. And really that's what the movie was about, contemplation. Now, I also did research in the past few weeks ago, ironically, about the author who wrote the book, The Shack. And found out that the author, very unfortunately, was a minister's son. They were, how do you say, people that travel to different countries to preach. I forgot the name of it at the moment, but that's what his family did. They left Canada and they moved to New Guinea. And their family, missionaries. Yeah. And so his family was missionaries. He moved to there when he was 1. So look at the connection of that story. It's about a man who was uprooted from his homeland, taken to a whole new country, and just planted there with his family, who, by the way, was distant, too busy with their own careers. Hello, 8 of Cups, abandonment. They didn't really abandon him like literally, but they abandoned him emotionally, and they ignored him much of the time, which is a form of abandonment. And do you know what happened to that author? He was abused sexually at the age of 5 by these New Guinea tribe members, raped multiple times. And then he never said anything to his parents. He was sent to a boarding school in New Guinea because they thought it was a good school. And the older boys at the school, because you have to live at a boarding school, so abandonment, because they made him live somewhere else, not in their home. They didn't even have a home. They were missionaries. So they lived in a tent probably, who knows. So he's at this boarding school being raped multiple times by the headmasters and older boys. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened to this masculine, but I have no clue. But I think just as a representation of the energy of abandonment, lack of connection and roots, and emotional suffering, it's related. Doesn't have to be sexual abuse, but it's related. It's related because it's one man's suffering and another man or woman's suffering and being angry with God. And the writer of the book, The Shack, said he was fucking angry with God. He grew up religious, he grew up in a missionary family, but he was like, why did this happen to me? Why did I have to suffer like this? This wasn't fair. I didn't deserve this. I was just a child. I wasn't protected. I wasn't nurtured. I wasn't loved. I wasn't shielded. My adults in my life did not do right by me. And fuck that. That is so unfair. And so the whole movie of The Shack, the whole book was about a man that, you know, it was not the literal life of the writer, the author, but it was similar. You know, the movie was about a man whose daughter was abducted and missing and obviously abused and killed. And he couldn't make peace with that because he didn't get to bury her. He didn't know where her body was. He didn't get to have that mourning closure. And he felt guilty because he wasn't there when she was abducted. And it just goes through the movie about a very angry man who God ends up bringing him into this awakening. And anyways, he meets God, which is a woman, totally not who he thought God would be. And then God transforms into an older man. And then God transforms into the judgment seat. And then God transforms into the Holy Spirit. And then Jesus, you know, so he's relating to God, source, in all these different versions of the movie The Shack, the book The Shack. And it just represents him thinking he knew God, but he really didn't. He just didn't know God. He went to church, he read the Bible. He didn't know God personally. So the movie and the book is beautiful because it's showing a personality of God that we've never seen, which is all different forms. And this card rings true to me about that particular movie and that book because it's about being angry, being upset, and how unfair this has been. I didn't deserve that. The solar plexus is my body. I didn't deserve that. You know, my physical experience. I didn't deserve that. This is about self. That's the solar plexus. It's about self. And this masculine is upset and hurt and angry because he or she has suffered and it's not fair. And ironically, this is the first card in the entire book. The first card. So when it says this person is surrounded by negative thoughts, negative toxic thoughts, this person is angry and hurt. So what this person is going through in their solar plexus is not just physically hurting in their heart, but in their mind. And they just feel like I didn't deserve it and I am very toxic right now because I'm so hurt. Let's clarify this energy. First chakra, Archangel Michael. Where was my protector? Now we're back to the roots. You see? We're back to the foundation. We're back to dad and mom. That's the roots. We're back to physical security. That's the base, that's the root chakra. And this is clarifying why this person feels angry and upset and full of negative thoughts, because I've been dealt a very bad hand. How completely unfair is this life? And I don't know how old this masculine is, but there's some severe suffering here. So, you know, all these readings are for a purpose. Funny how everything works out the way it does. Me watching that movie, me having that picture, the image kind of representing the masculine to a T in this reading. A man that is very hurt and suffering and needing of healing. How ironic is that beautiful message? That it all just played out today like it should. So it says here, stability and security. Michael, by the way, this page number is 111. Just putting it out there. Michael holds a beautiful globe of red energy at the first chakra, which is located at the base of the spine. And this is where a person's sense of security and stability is stored. It's their memory. So when this card is in the upright position, It reveals that an energy is flowing freely regarding these issues, that there's a deep connection to whatever this person is going through and their roots. Even if this person has had problems with feeling secure in the past, these challenges are beginning to be resolved. Archangel Michael is with you, bringing your strength and personal stability. You are capable of taking action and moving forward on this path. So allow yourself to feel the faith in your own power and security now and always. Masculine, you are ready to be your own parent that did not protect you. You need to be your parent. You need to be your grandparents. You need to be your rock, your center. You need to be your roots. Transform alchemically by being the son or daughter of someone and become your ancestors. That's why meditation is so important for you right now, to really get rooted. Even if they're not around, you must get rooted. You must say, I secure my doors now. I provide my security and safety now. I provide my sense of, consistency. I provide consistency in my life. I am the father I never had to my child, or I am the mother I never had to my child, or just my inner child. You know? I am the one that provides a home base that I can come home to every day. Pat yourself on the back for that. So this is about healing and mastering that security, but owning that you are hurt. And you're damn right, you need some healing. Maybe you need to go to the shack. Maybe you need a little personal visit with God. Source. You need to work out some of these issues. We're going to get a healing oracle card now to clarify what is being healed, because it's upright. And even though this masculine doesn't have a big circle of security, the angels are stepping in. The spirit guides are stepping in, the ancestors. And they want to help. They want to help secure and heal this masculine. And so they are. This is the steps forward. Spirit guide and direct me for what is being healed. Ooh, I like it. Activation and progress, my friends. Progress is El Campantine, whatever that is. There's the ladder. I'm loving it. Okay, so listen. It's not a lost cause. No. Masculine's like, I got this. I am dealing with it. I'm strong. I'm powerful. I am healing these wounds. I'm aware of them, and I am taking the steps. Yeah, it's taking some time and it's difficult, but I am doing it. I'm not just going to let it fall apart. And by the way, that card number is 3, which is Empress energy, which represents progress in a nutshell. Growth. Growth, and this is activation, progress, and growth. So your masculine is moving out of this very heavy insecurity and suffering and anger and hostility. In other words, your masculine is making peace. Okay? So this is Yerba Mate. This is the energy of activation. Oh, you're so welcome, Green Eyes. Now is the time to begin something new, put out plans into action, or put more energy into a project or situation. You can do what it is you desire. Not everyone around you may share your enthusiasm for a concept, idea, or the path you're undertaking or considering, but you shouldn't let that stop you. Physical action needs to be undertaken, as hesitation or failure to do so may mean a loss. Okay? So I do think this person is putting in the action. And it's funny, you can do what it is you desire. Not everyone around you can share how you feel about what you're going through, but you are on a new path and you're undertaking this issue, and you shouldn't let other people not being able to relate, you know, hinder you. So anyways, you're making progress. So number 3 may be an important number for this person, or the number 29. It's time for you to take responsibility, masculine. And you may also be in a period of work, hard work. Dedication is needed in the moment to help you into this very difficult healing. You are being told that you are on the right path and you're doing things the right way. So go with the tried and tested path rather than changing plans or getting new approaches. Be very careful with the promises and commitments you make at this time. Make sure you can keep them, and make sure that you can complete any task or assignments you are involved with. Yeah, so masculine's like, I shouldn't make promises I can't keep. The masculine is working on that because he says, or she or he says a lot of things they shouldn't say because they can't keep those promises, but they say them anyways. And Spirit's like, be careful with that. You're a hurt and wounded person. Don't make promises you can't keep. You know, don't go after something you know you don't have the strength to do yet. Don't take on a task you can't handle. So masculine, what do you want to say about your solar plexus chakra? Give us a message. Ooh, I want you to take care of my needs, the nurturer. You know, it's not just sexual. I know it looks like a sexual image, but I want you to think of it as the divine feminine. And masculine says, I do want you to help nurture me. I want your sensitivity. I want your love and affection. I want your security. I want you to kiss my body. I want you to hold me. I want you to tell me you desire me. I want you to give me things that heal me, you know, in all ways, spiritual, physical, emotional. I want you to feed me as a soul. I want you to nurture me, you know. So your masculine does want that from you, okay? So there is that desire and that need. They also want you sexually. Temptress. You are so tempting, okay? So it's not just your body, because of course, I said earlier they may have a sexual thing going on. But they also just, they love your energy with them. They love how you make them feel. So keep that in mind. They love how you make them feel. And they do miss you. Remember, I miss your warmth. And only you can give it to me. Only you can give me the love and affection and caring and intimacy like no one else. You know, the divine feminine knows how to be the empress. The divine feminine knows how to nurture. And they do miss that. And this person yearns for that. So anyways, we're going to move on. That's their solar plexus. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the heart of the problem. No, I'm just kidding. The heart of things. The heart chakra. It is the center of the universe. It's what makes everything tick. It is the soul of this reading. It is your masculine soul. It is at what's the heart of them. What's at the heart of them? How do they feel things emotionally? How do they give love and affection emotionally? And what's going on in their feelings right now? Okay, because these are a lot of thoughts. These are a lot of issues and experiences, things they're going through. But what are they feeling right now in regards to you and themselves in this path? First card out is Simplicity, the number 6. They're releasing baggage. They're in the energy of, I want to forgive. I want to let things go. Their feelings are also very emotional because they're kind of unloading their feelings. So there might be a lot of tears as of lately. They're kind of unloading the things they've been holding in and holding back. So your masculine might be going through a lot emotionally right now. Boil things down to their essence. Eliminate the excess. In order to move forward, we have to let go of our baggage. Material baggage, such as possessions and work, it takes to keep them. Emotional baggage, such as old hurts and wounds and resentments and bitterness. Mental baggage, such as ideas about life and spirituality that just don't ring true. We drop the rock, dump the baggage, release what has been holding us back, and we simplify. I love it. Reduce, move forward with ease. And your person does want to forgive and move forward. You may not feel that way sometimes as a feminine watching, but let me fix this. Okay. It got dark in here all of a sudden. So anyways, yeah, your masculine's like, I am trying to declutter my feelings. I do want to forgive what's happened to me, and maybe they want to forgive you too. But emotionally, they're ready to let go of whatever's been holding them back. And they're ready to let their energy just flow. They know they need to clear their emotions. And so your person is clarifying their personality, which has been toxic. Holding grudges, maybe argumentative, maybe bitter, maybe resentful, maybe very sporadic and unattached. You know, they're letting go of those hang-ups. And that's what's happening in their heart. Let's clarify that. We have the garden and the gate in reverse. Again, is it reverse? Yeah. We just got this yesterday, my gosh. So they're right outside. They're right outside the freaking garden. They're very close. They're almost there. They're so close they can see it, smell it, taste it. They can almost touch it. This is the number 30. In reverse. It is a card reverse that indicates a happy choice between opening a door to a more spiritual pursuit or not, going in. So they have a choice. They don't have to open up emotionally, but they want to. Masculine may have been obsessed with worldly issues before this card, but his or her readiness to go deeper is now here. Many people believe they cannot live in a material world, make lots of money, and be spiritual at the same time. But now this person is realizing that's not true. In fact, they can be very materialistic and masculine, and at the same time be in tune with their emotions and spirituality. And when you do, you'll find that beyond your little garden is a universe that's willing and waiting to fill your life up with beauty and joy. So expect the unexpected for a joyous synchronicity that abounds. So they're actually getting into their emotions, actually willing to do so. Okay, they may not have been before, but they are now. Your person's like, you know, I'm kind of open to my emotions now. I'm kind of willing to see where it takes me. Okay. Kind of willing to see what's up with my emotions. I'm willing to visit them, let them talk to me, speak to me. I'm willing to talk about my feelings. This person may be seeing a therapist. Honestly, I get very strong therapist vibes. They may have just gotten some serious help. Okay? They're speaking to someone. All right? Could be professional, could just be a friend, but they're unloading. They are definitely unloading their wounds, and that's helping them heal. Okay, let's see the cards that came out for them. Bottom of the deck is the Sun. We tapped into this a little bit earlier with the Happy Family card, but this is about joy and birth and a new beginning. Happiness and overcoming hardships. It's about real wisdom. And it's about feeling healed and whole and kind of like a baptism. It's like reborn, rebirthed. So we have 9 of Wands in reverse. They're letting their walls down. Again, I really feel they're talking to a Sagittarius counselor. Could be a therapist, could be a teacher, could be a friend, could be literally you. but they're going to start taking their walls down, not being so defensive and hiding their wounds because they are a wounded warrior, but they're going to start talking about it. And this is really going to help them unload that baggage. And so I definitely feel like your masculine's going to get some help in regards to the anger and the resentment and the hardships they feel. They never felt they could do that before, but they do now, and at least they're ready right now, okay? We also got you are so tempting, temptress. So it might be you. They may be like, I want to talk to my divine feminine. She's the only one I can relate to, or he's the only one that I can really open up to. So don't be surprised if your divine masculine in their heart feels they want to only vent to you, only speak to you. Remember, you guys have a soul contract. This person is the wounded and you are the healer, and vice versa. That medicine man, medicine woman situation, okay? You guys share a past life, and you're part of the plan for healing. So the past life card that came out is phobias. Bottom of the deck, this person has a phobia with commitment. There's some real issues with commitment to this person. I feel like that's a lot of it. They're a runner. And the ship is coming in. The ship will arrive. Your masculine and you share past life with ships. You guys might both feel a fondness of boats, ships, being on the water, going on a cruise. But it's also about travel. And both of you have a past life of a lot of travel together. Both of you have a past life of moving from one spot to another, being uprooted. You know, so this masculine's like, I've come far, far over the seas. They had a past life that was not the country that they are in right now. And maybe you do too, but they were not from this country in a past life. So they feel like a foreigner. They feel like a foreigner physically and emotionally, mentally, spiritually. They just feel like a foreigner. They don't belong here. It's kind of like an out-of-body experience for them. They're like, where do I belong? You know, so this person does, at the heart of them, have a sense of, I'm not belonging. I also feel like if you haven't heard from this person, or they haven't started talking to you, opening up to you, with the ships card, your ship will arrive. 3 of Wands. Your ships are going to come in. This person is going to communicate. Right now, they have been definitely blocked off from you and building a wall around their feelings for you, but that wall's coming down. And believe me, they are ready to start unloading and opening up and talking about their emotions with you. Okay? All right. Bottom of the deck, I'm fighting so hard to become a better man. And it could be a woman, you know, but it's the masculine, okay? This is the divine masculine's madness. So believe me, your masculine is fighting really, really hard against all odds to just be a better person in general. They don't want to be who they've been. They want to be better than that. And so they are working really hard at that, and you've got to give them some credit. All right, so we're almost done here. Let me get a drink. And just like the shack, maybe this person will make peace with the past and finally heal, right? That's what we're all hoping for. We're all rooting for this masculine to make peace with the past. So now we're going to get into the truth. This is the throat chakra. And this represents, how does the masculine express himself or herself? How do they live? Are they authentic? Or are they hiding behind a mask? We're going to have to find out. So what's going on right now in the masculine's throat chakra area? We have strengthen in reverse. I kind of get the sense that they're not authentic. I mean, wouldn't you guys pick up on that yourself? Being strong, upright, is being authentic and having the strength to be yourself, speak your truth. The Strength card in reverse is I'm not strong enough to speak what's really in my heart and on my mind. Let's see. Prepare yourself for what's to come. So when this card is reversed, it's the warrior's strength that comes from deep inside. Clusters of thoughts and experience that drive him onward, the unbreakable gems of his strength. But when it's reversed, this person is resisting the true nature of the challenge, to be honest, to be authentic. He minimalizes his opponents and overestimates his ability to succeed. The tsunami is about to strike. A helpful friend can protect him now. So he's resisting the truth. He knows his truth. He knows how he feels. He knows what he wants to say. He knows how he should live, where he should be, whom he should be. But he is resisting the truth. He's not allowing that inner lion to thrive. Could be a Leo involved. Strong Leo lion energy here. Let's reveal some more information here. Ooh, we have caring connections. Flat out, the masculine is resisting you, the divine feminine. And you're probably questioning, well, why would he resist me? Why would he resist the feminine, the caring connection? Why would he resist? Why would he hide and run from me? Why would he want to not enjoy the beauty and joy and happiness of a caring connection? Why does he not want that, Steph? How could anybody not want that, Steph? I want you to take a step out of your divine feminine energy. Get out of your self-centeredness. Divine feminines have a tendency to be a little self-centered. It's a divine feminine thing. You're so caught up in fantasy. You're so caught up in emotions. You're so caught up in the spiritual connection. You're so not living in the physical world. Think of yourself as an eagle or a bird. You're soaring high in the clouds. You look below and everything seems so small, so easy to deal with, so minute. The divine feminine is soaring like the eagle, looking at all the problems of the world, so easy to fix. Just do this, just do that. Just say this, just come to me and have this. Just experience me and live this. Everything is so simple. When you're way up in the clouds, you get to see the whole picture. You can even soar above mountains. And you can say, oh, that mountain, look how beautiful that mountain is. Look at the beauty of the mountain scales. Look at the rivers and the waterfalls and the plains and the valleys. Look at the tree line and the forest. It's so easy to be a feminine and point fingers and say what's easy, what should be done. And it's so hard for the feminine to understand, why would the masculine not want a caring connection? Why would the masculine resist such a wonderful blessing, such a gift, that if you had that gift, you'd take it in a heartbeat? Feminine's like, if I had the option to have union, I would take it without a second's thought. It would be mine for the taking. If Spirit could just give me that caring connection that I've been yearning, striving, climbing, wanting, I would be satisfied. All of that resonates because you're a feminine. It's a lot different of a story when you're not flying above the mountains, but you're scaling the mountains. The beautiful rivers and waterfalls and valleys and peaks and forests seem beautiful from where you're standing. But when you're actually on the ground, scaling the mountain, climbing and hiking through arduous trails, trying to figure out how to cross a river, it's a lot different, and it looks different to someone down there. Maybe that mountain is not so beautiful. Maybe that mountain is a pain in the ass. Maybe that mountain represents starvation. Maybe it represents hardship, difficulty, and struggle. So what you think is just an easy walk in the park, an easy soaring above your issues, is an actually very arduous trail for your masculine. So don't judge and think what's easy for you is easy for them, because that's where you go wrong. That's where you point fingers and say, it's so easy, just do it. You're a failure. You're a failure because you won't take something so simple. You are in a different position than they are in. You're soaring, they're walking. Totally different perspective. What's easy for you is not for them. And so as a feminine cross-watching, you need to understand your position. And you need to understand his or her position. All you want them to do is fly, but they don't have wings. And you know the problem with masculines and feminines today? You want your masculine to fly, and your masculine wants you to walk. It doesn't work. A bird and a fish can fall in love, but where do they make a home? That's the struggles. You guys have to have teamwork, medium ground. You have to be able to come on ground, conversate, see your masculine's obstacles, maybe fly a little bit ahead and help them traverse what they're climbing. Maybe you don't need to be up in the clouds. Maybe you need to be closer down on earth with them, and maybe hopping over some very arduous situations and telling them, I know you're trying to cross the river and you think there's no way, but I flew above the river and I see a little bridge or a log over the river on this end. Why don't you come over here? There's a log. Then that person would say, thank you for your help. And they would walk over there to where the log is and cross the river. That's teamwork. You can't just soar and say, come on, catch up. Get to the top of the mountain. You can't do that. It's not fucking easy, and they're going to resent you for how easy it is for you to fly and how they have to walk. You need to come down to earth, but they also have to be open to advice, to healing, and to help and to love. Now, the other mistake that feminines make is I'm smarter than you, and I'm the teacher and you're the student. I'm the mother and you're the child. That is the biggest mistake divine feminines make today. You guys want to be mommy, not wifey. Or daddy, not hubby. You guys want to teach and preach, but you don't want to walk with them. You want to lead them, and that's a problem. That is unequally yoked. And that means you guys are struggling. There's no way that divine feminines and masculines can come together today with that kind of an attitude. You cannot act like you're smarter than them, wiser than them, holier than thou, and you have all the answers and you're pure and they're dirty. How's that working out? The more you bash your masculine, how's it working out? Last I heard, a lot of the feminines said the masculine's a piece of shit. Last I heard, the masculine was just in a very bad situation and toxic. Last I heard, feminines were fed up. How's it working out? Last I heard, you were smarter than them. Last I heard, you were more spiritually evolved than them. Last I heard, you were doing the work, and they weren't. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's everybody, but I'm saying that's the collective, and that's what's being spread like wildfire. Wildfire over the twin flame community, that's what's being spread. And people are setting lighters to the flames, gas to the flames, wood to the flames. How's it working out? Anybody have union yet? Chances are no. No, because that's not going to work. And that's where self-reflection, self-healing happens. Now, this person, I'm not taking them off the hook. They also have to do a lot of this introspective self-correction and self-healing. But so do you. Being a know-it-all is never fun. You're usually left alone. And when the masculine is in a position where I don't want any advice, I can do it by myself on my own, I don't want any help, they get themselves in trouble because they're acting like a know-it-all, a do-it-all themselves, Mr. or Mrs. Independent, leave me alone, and they're suffering. And the same with the divine feminine, because it's always a mirror. Divine feminine is always, I already know everything. I already did all the work. I already know how to be spiritual. I already know how to evolve. I already know how to ascend. I already know everything, 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 everything. I am a teacher. I am no longer a student. I am evolved. I just need my person to acknowledge me, love me, respect me, adore me, honor me, and choose me. That's all I need. I need recognition. I call that an ego. Do you really need all that recognition? Do you really need that? That's what you need. Recognition. You just, more than anything, you need that recognition. This is where you have to conquer yourself. As hard as it is for the feminine to conquer their ego, is as hard as it is for the masculine to conquer this rejection and refusal of help, love, and partnership. This masculine currently has an issue with just letting this happen, because that means they're no longer independent. They're no longer on their own. Like I said, it may resonate with you, it may not. I'm not saying that everything I say resonates with every single person, but it may. I don't know. I'm just opening up some conversation. I'm opening up some thoughts. I'm opening up a different perspective. We have to look at different perspectives. We have to go inside and trigger our mind to think differently, because we do get stuck on paths. And we do need to be triggered to go, do I seek recognition? Do I think that I'm smarter? Do I have some kind of ego? I should contemplate on that. Do I want to have that kind of an ego? Do I need that recognition, or am I happy with what I have now? You know, we always have to learn and grow. We're always a student. Even teachers, wise teachers, are always a student. Being a teacher is just sharing with others the things you've discovered, but you're still on the path of discovery. Being a teacher is almost like, I don't want the role of being a teacher as much as I'm a student with you. Here's what I've learned, you know, and I'm going to continue to learn. And if I find anything else out, I'll share, you know, but that's the journey. We're never at some pinnacle. So anyways, we have a masculine in the throat chakra that knows that they should be in union with the divine feminine. The masculine is aware that the divine feminine is a true twin flame or divine soulmate. The masculine is aware of this caring, tender connection, but there is just an absolute frustration here, and they're going against their own judgment. They're going against what they know in their heart for whatever reason. Let's get a message from the masculine on this, because that is a beautiful card about they know that the truth is you both belong together. That's just the truth. I'm not talking about, listen, if you're on a journey where your person doesn't know who the fuck you are, there's a problem. If you're on a journey where your partner does not recognize that you're a divine soulmate, even on a spiritual soul level, there's a problem. At that point, I would even question if that person is your divine masculine or your twin flame, because that person may not even be any of those things. So if you have zero recognition, even at a soul level, there's a problem. So reanalyze your relationship with that person and really meditate and get those questions answered, because maybe you need to know, is this even my person? Because I'd hate to send someone on a rabbit hole with someone that is not even their person, and they could give not even one care about your existence. You know, that just wouldn't be right. I'm speaking about a divine masculine that is at a soul level aware, acknowledging that there is a divine twin flame or soulmate partner that is a divine feminine, that they have a significant other. This person has met you and is aware at a soul level that they are your partner. They may never speak it into the real world. They may not act like they own you in the real world, like that you're their partner, like they own this. But at a soul level, this person knows the truth, which would mean that you guys met eyes and you knew, that you guys shared moments of truth and you know. This is someone that you've bared your soul to, and they have bared their soul to you. And in this beautiful opening of who am I and who are you, there was a galactic knowing, you're my person. You are my person. I found you. I found you. I know who you are. I know I love you. I know you love me. Without words. This is telepathic. It's not always verbal. It's telepathic. It's a beautiful knowing. It feels like electricity. And you just know this is your person. So that's kind of what I'm saying. And I'm saying that this person is aware at a soul level, at the very least, a soul level, that the divine feminine has already been, they've already met the divine feminine, and the divine feminine is somebody that they desire, and the divine feminine is someone that they want to return to and open up with. Okay, so this is someone that acknowledges their partner at some level. This is not about someone who does not recognize someone at some level. But what I'm saying is, after knowing this person, loving this person, meeting this person, opening up and sharing your soul with this person, even though they're walking a separate journey from you and they're having a difficult time getting back on the path with you, do you really need recognition and an announcement that they know who you are? Do you know what I'm saying? Do you need them to say, hey, baby, I know you're my soulmate and you're the one for me. I'm just rejecting this. Do you need them to say that? Or does your soul and intuition and psychic abilities already know it without them ever saying it? That's what I'm getting to for the feminines. You don't need verbal confirmation from this person that you are their person. You don't need verbal. You don't need them to publicly put it out there on social media that you are their soulmate. That's what I'm saying to the feminines. For those people that are seeking ego recognition, why? Do you really need that? Isn't it enough that you met this person, loved this person, shared a soul moment with this person to where you both know? That, my friends, is interstellar recognition. That, my friends, is true revealing of one another. Your souls spoke before your mouths did. Your souls were drawn together before your bodies were. That's serious. That's intense. A lot of you guys on this journey know you were brought together divinely by source, by the universe, by your higher selves. You guys were brought together. Your souls know you've known each other before. The moment you met them, it was just, and if you could just go back to the way you met them, the signs, the synchronicities, the spiritual guides, the messages. Holy cow. Maybe you were seeing a lot of 1111s at that time. Significant moments. Significant moments. So you already know. And if you're not on that journey, if you're not on that kind of a path, you're not there yet. Sunshine, I can't share my love with the world. And what's wrong with that? This day and age, I understand for a lot of younger people, it's important to broadcast what's going on in your life. But I guess I just come from an older generation where I don't think you need to broadcast. Where if you're a good mom, you're a good mom. The rest of the world doesn't need to see it. If you're a good wife or a good husband, you are. And the rest of the world doesn't need to see it. If you have a beautiful home and you have beautiful vacations and you have a beautiful life, why is it important for everyone else to see it? You know, I also think you shouldn't take pictures of every single moment. It's an addiction. People have up to 30,000 pictures in their cell phones, half of which they're never going to print. It's just stuck there in limbo in this phone. And 9 times out of 10, you're never going to go back and look at them. But there's multiple photos, and there's just photos of everything. Photos of eating an ice cream, photos of taking a ride, photos of going into the building, photos of this, photos of that, photos. What about living in the moment? And that's what a lot of people have forgotten. Experiencing something. Because we're so busy showing it off, we forgot to experience it. And yes, it's a form of communication, but it can also be a form of obsession. That's a fact. If someone cannot thoroughly experience a moment without the camera, they're not really living it. They're just looking at it. It's like third-party perspective. Sometimes you look at your life because you're watching your life through a lens. You're not really seeing it in person. And I really hope someday that the youth will step away from the camera for long enough to really feel a moment. You know, people have babies and they see their children grow behind a lens, like they're a digital game. They see their baby through the eyes of a lens. Their birth, their growth, their first tooth, their cake smashing, their first moments of walking, their moments, first days at school. But if you ask them in memory, what did it feel like that day? What was the smell of their skin? What was the gleam in their eyes as they looked at you with the excitement? Yes, a picture has 1,000 words, but nothing is as impressionable as the brain. The brain is the ultimate camera. The brain sees in such high definition, no camera could compare. That's a fact. And if your brain isn't allowed to view something wholly, completely whole, it doesn't embrace all of it, just the visual of it. And yeah, I love pictures. I love pictures, but the point is, you as a spiritual person need at some point in your life to step away from that public view and live. And I would call it detox, because it is an obsession. And most every person in the world needs to detox. If you could put your camera and your phone down for a month, you'd be a whole different person. I promise you, you'd be a different person. That's important, and I think people should go on a phone fast. You know, use your phone for work and other things, but go on a phone fast. A lot of famous people, a lot of very rich people do this. And it's so good for them. So good for them. And they say they were totally changed when they stopped being addicted to that. It's the same as being addicted to a cigarette, addicted to alcohol, addicted to anything. Too much of something good is no good. So anyways, the masculine does acknowledge at a soul level that the divine feminine is very much a part of who they are. And they love you and recognize you, but they are resistant. So let's get a message from the masculine about their resistance. This is the truth chakra, the throat. Spirit, guide and direct me to the resistance. Well, I'm going to take all of them because why not, right? Fuck it. Emptiness. My bed feels empty without you. My bed is totally empty without you. They feel very lonely. We have stripping down feminine beliefs. Feeling isolated. I'm so lonely. I just want to be left alone, though. Virgo energy, Hermit energy, Sagittarius energy. My mind is torturing me with reminders of you everywhere I go. Can't escape you. Completely tortured. Thinking about when you met, how you met. Oh my gosh. Soul cleanse. I've been purifying my mind and my soul. So they're trying to get some forgiveness, guys. Your person in their truth chakra, they're confessing things to source, to spirit, to God, whomever you want to call that for you. But they are praying and asking God, help me, forgive me, guide me. Because we have higher power. This is the Devil card energy. XV is 15. Devil card energy, Major Arcana. I pray you will forgive me. I really pray you can forgive me. So yeah, there is this beautiful forgiveness going on. Now, what are their feminine beliefs? Because they're stripping them down. They believed women had to be a certain way. And if it's not just a woman, it's a divine feminine. They believed a feminine, their counterpart, their lover, had to be a specific way. Now, whatever that way is or was, they're getting to the, they're becoming clear about it. They're understanding. And so your person is trying to get some forgiveness about, let's, for example, young men today, let's say under the age of 30. We'll say under the age of 25. That's better. Very young men today, under the age of 25. I'm not saying all of them, but a majority of them. How do they view feminine people? They want them to look good. Looks are very important. They're also into sexual nature. So men under 25 today, masculines under 25 today, they definitely see it as an intimate relationship. It must be sexual. It must be. It must be intimate. It has to look a specific way. The feminine has to be kind of a trophy or a prize piece. Some kind of an accessory. So there's some kind of accessory. Wow, like a like a car, like a house, like a cell phone. They're status and they're an accessory. Older men today kind of have the same belief, but they look for more. Older men today look for companionship, partnership. Can you share a life with me? What can you attribute to my life? This is going to be more men or masculine people. I would say between the ages of 30 and 50. People the ages 30 to 50, they're at a specific bracket where they think a woman has to earn money, bring it home, clean, cook, do house, bring some sense of stability to the home. They just think it has to be 50-50. Again, I'm not saying all of them. I'm saying some of them, most of them. I'm saying most of them. They believe the feminine is an equal party. But along with the equal party, the feminine should do a little bit more. Not only should you bring money to the table, not only should you bring security to the table, I want you to cook and clean like the traditional. I want you to provide a nice home. I want you to take care of our lives. I want you to also take very good care of yourself. That's a very high price. That's a very difficult pressure. And if I'm just speaking men and women here, I don't know how everyone feels with that. But if you look today at a lot of images of men with women, a lot of men will have a pot belly or a double chin or, very unathletic, but they have money. And they have a woman that looks pristine. She looks way beyond his zone, out of his league. And she's a good 10, 15 years younger. She's up to date with her body, her image, her clothing, and she's successful in some form. She's successful. And it's very unequally yoked. Or you will see it reverse, where there's, the men are the sexual object. But those are rarities. On average, in an average relationship, aside from sex and aside from money, which are the archetype of these positions here, is a very gray middle. And in the middle, it's very disproportionate, and the masculine energy is really, in my opinion, if you disagree, that's fine. We could have trans communities, we could have sexist communities, we could have feminist communities, we could have masculine communities, we can have all kinds of communities. I can't be everyone every minute, but I'm speaking from what I believe as the reader on my channel. But stripping down feminine beliefs is what I'm talking about. So I'm not just blowing smoke out of my ass. I'm not just talking about my personal opinion on men and women. I'm regarding this card. So excuse me for defining it. But when I see this card, feminine beliefs, and stripping them down, look at her body. Look how she's naked. She looks like a porn star. She's sexual in nature. What she brings to the table is sex and beauty and youth. She may not bring money to the table, but she brings sexual pleasure. So what I'm saying is this masculine is asking for forgiveness. Because remember earlier, I'm trying very hard to become a better man. Will you forgive me? I do think this person believes that the feminine creature, male or female, had to be sexual in nature and had to serve in some way as a status piece. Maybe this masculine wanted the feminine to be well off, well-to-do, well-educated. Or maybe this masculine feels the feminines need to be sexy, young, and sexual. And again, a trophy or a prize piece. Like I said, I don't think that's every human being. And I did say, and I quote, this is not for everyone. This is not going to be all. but I did say majority. And I do believe it's a majority. I do not believe that the majority of people are not like that. That's bullshit. I look at facts. Anyways, we wouldn't be having this reading if it wasn't a majority. So the majority of the reading is this masculine definitely has whacked out feminine beliefs and is trying to purify themselves of what a woman is or a feminine is. They are cleansing and purifying those impure thoughts. A woman or a feminine energy is not pleasure. A woman or a feminine energy is not just to fulfill me and give me better status. You know, the feminine is a partner, is a caring connection. I give 100, she gives 100, or he gives 100, you know what I mean? But this person is realizing at the truth. That's what a real relationship is about. The real love is about being whole and coming together, not having someone fulfill needs or duties. You know? And so there is this stripping down of that. At the same time, honoring, of course, the differences between a feminine and a masculine, but just taking out old, outdated, toxic feminine beliefs. And like I said, those were old and those were toxic. That is not what it should be today. We should love each other today. We should bring the same energy today. For someone that works hard, cooks, cleans, and makes a beautiful home, so should the other party. Work hard, cook, clean, and make a beautiful home. It should be teamwork. It should be fulfilling on all levels. When a parent parents, the other parent should parent equally. Or diversify roles. Don't put so much weight and burden on a woman's shoulder or a man's shoulder. If you want your man to stay home with the kids, fine. But don't expect him to work and be #1 daddy in the world. You can't have both. He's either going to work really hard and bring money home and be there as much as he can, but he can't be top at both. You ever heard the saying, if you try to do too many things at once, you'll never do anything well? It's the same thing with partnerships. You can't be two things at once and do it well. You either do one or the other. You got to pick one that you're going to do well. That's just a fact. A lot of people are squirmish and uncomfortable with facts because they want the fantasy. They want the whole enchilada. They want the best of both worlds. They want to do everything and do everything well. That's an impossible dream. That's unrealistic. If you want a top wife, let her be a top wife. Don't expect her to be a top wife and a top mother and a top provider. That's 3 big fucking jobs. Mom, wife, and provider, that's a tall task. That's a very tall order. And if you want the epitome of each of them, you're asking a lot, because you can't have someone do it all and do it well. If someone is doing all of those jobs, being a wife, a mother, and a provider, they're going to be mediocre at all of them. They're going to be mediocre at their job, mediocre as a mom, mediocre as a wife. Same with a husband. You want him to be top daddy. You want him to look like a god, a Greek god. You want him to be cut and gorgeous and masculine and sexy and just looking good, like, and totally into you sexually and be available sexually all the time. But you also want him to be an amazing father, totally devoted and into his kids. And you want him to be a top provider, an entrepreneur of sorts, making millions, making maybe just enough to provide. You want your man to do all of that? He's not going to be good at any of those things. He's going to be fair, mediocre, in the middle. He's going to be so-so at his job. He's going to be so-so as a husband, sexually, intimately. So-so. And he's going to be so-so, do it all well. So, this is stripping down those beliefs. And your masculine is at a point where he's realizing, I can't expect blood from a turnip. I can't expect the feminines in my life to be this Greek goddess and provider and ultimate mother. I can't expect this feminine to fulfill my needs as a mother. I can't expect the feminine to be a status piece. I can't. What am I doing? What the fuck am I doing? And that's why he or she is asking for forgiveness and doing a soul cleanse. Because at a soul level, this masculine believes they were wrong. That their expectations and their beliefs of this beautiful, caring connection was wrong. It was just wrong. And they're getting clarity. They're getting understanding on what that beautiful connection really looks like. What is their part to play? And what is your part to play? So I think it's beautiful. And I honestly think that's why in the truth section, your divine masculine's like, I am tortured by being reminded of you. And, you know, I'm lonely, but I really just want to be left alone at this time because I feel really bad. I feel really bad for how I thought, what I've done. You know, this person may have been over-sexualizing you as a feminine. A lot of feminines have just been used what they feel for sex. They feel like they're a booty call. A lot of feminines are like, you know, this person comes over to get some and fills my heart with joy, and then they leave, or they ghost me, or they don't call back, or they're using me as a side piece. Or, you know, there's third-party energies. And a lot of these feminines are like, why am I just this piece for him? Why? Why can't I be more? Why can't I be the partner? Why does he or she only see me as this one thing, you know? Male or female, doesn't matter, but a lot of feminines feel stuck in an energy where you guys are just like, how do I get out of that? How do I let them see me as the spiritual soulmate? How do I let them see me for the twin flame that I am? How does this person, you know, feel about me at a soul level? You know, and so there's this temptress, there's this sexual dynamic throughout the masculine's reading that's really not the truth of who you guys are as partners. And I just want to let you know, at the truth of it, in the throat chakra, the masculine is realizing the truth of your caring connection. So let's read that. Hopefully you guys are with me on this reading. It's upright, so that's good news. Friendship, partnership of two people, possible love. But the keen word here is friendship. Guys, if you have a friend and you have a lover in the same body, that's a winner. Upright, this card shows, you're never going to believe this, the number of the page is 44. Just saying. And look, we have 66 thumbs up. More duplicate numbers, just that beautiful partnering. So anyways, this card shows a tender couple embracing each other, with the woman holding the blossoms of new love. The man behind her grabbing her and giving her protection and security, showing her that he backs her up. He is her rock. He is her love and her protector and her shield. And she is his comfort. She is his peace, his serenity, and his joy. Together, like the yin-yang, they make the perfect partnership, a symbiotic relationship of love. This card reveals a beautiful, caring connection, but usually between two people only. This card upright signals the beginning or the deepening of kinder-hearted friendships and even romantic lovers. It also signifies this beautiful partnership and union. When this card appears, be on the lookout for this connection. The relationships you already share may become more intimate, more purposeful, or present at this time. Notice the opportunity to forge a deeper bond. There may be a tender karmic connection at hand. Okay, so again, at the truth of it, they know they have this beautiful connection with you. It is past life. It is a deep soul bond. And they know at the truth of their heart and the truth of their throat chakra that you guys are fated. Okay? But that strength card in reverse is resistance. Remember, that's where we started with this truth chakra energy, the throat, there is a resistance to this relationship and this connection. But the masculine is doing a cleansing and asking for forgiveness. They are being absolutely tortured with reminders of the beautiful connection that they once had with you. So the cards that come out, we have a few of them. First, we have keys on a ring. Many options, decisions, string along, one night stand. They treated you like a one night stand. Okay, cross watchers. Masculine, you have treated your divine feminine, hello feminine beliefs, caring connections, like a one night stand, like keys on a ring. Okay? Palm tree, your divine feminine is your security, your stability, and your growth. Okay, your feminine represents a beautiful 10 of cups. You have been dealing with a girl with a snake, an empath and a narcissist paradigm, being charmed or used, using someone and not creating healthy boundaries. So you have definitely used your feminine very narcissistically in many ways, and you're aware of it. This is the throat chakra, what you're aware of. You have used and abused. We have the hammer. Sabotage. But there's rebuilding. There's an integration. This is a repetitive situation. It's persistent, and you are working on it. So you are working to improve this beautiful connection. It's hard, and you've done a lot of sabotaging, but you're working on it. I think that's the most important message, okay? So I'm glad you're working on it, and you are asking forgiveness, and this is your truth. You're realizing you did not treat your feminine the way she or he deserved to be treated as your ultimate spiritual soulmate or twin flame partner. So there is this acknowledgement that, yeah, I sabotaged it for a reason, okay? Bottom of the deck, emptiness. My bed feels empty without you. No one's going to compare with this person. We have Queen Dara. Hey, girl. Being with them is not the only goal. They reflect back to us as DFs how we love ourselves. Ask yourself, sis, why him? Yes, that's a very good point. They reflect back to the feminines how we love ourselves. And do we allow ourselves with this narcissistic paradigm to be used and abused? Because that's a no-fly zone. If your divine masculine has reflected to you that you are a person that is easily used and abused, that's your lesson. That is the lesson. You can't do that. Wrong. So we're going to see what is being healed in this throat chakra area. Spirit, what is being healed in the throat chakra? The truth that is being revealed to the masculine as he or she seeks forgiveness. How does he or she seek the forgiveness? Courage, motherwort, Leo energy. Got that? Remember, we got the strength card? So yeah, definitely feeling some Leo vibes here. We have the awakening, the golden seal. So your person, Ace of Swords, is totally waking up to their situation, and they're going to be courageous, and they're going to deal with this. So they are going to face what they've been in deficit of. Confidence and strength is within them to be truly awakened. Oh my gosh, and literally got the awakening card. It says here to be truly awakened. All the energy and endurance you need will be available, and the tools you require are present. They're not hesitating to undertake what is before them. It may take longer than they expected for the outcome they want to be resolved, but longevity is assured with any undertaking or commitments being made. Listen to their heart. They're listening to their heart because it is speaking the truth to them, and they need to hear the truth from their heart. Situations involving children are a focus right now, and love is a theme in their throat chakra. So they're realizing their childhood or their children and their divine twin or soulmate is a theme, and that is the truth that they've been rejecting. They are absolutely awakening to that truth. which is another number 5, challenge and change. This is a call to rise and rally, along with the power to activate, oh my God, strength. Funny how this card had, funny how this courage card had the awakening in their definition, and the awakening card has courage in the definition. It's just a mere reflection. I love it. So anyways, to activate the strength and the tools required. To undertake a loosening up of attitudes and beliefs is called for. A great softening of rules and conventions, not to get caught up sleeping or daydreaming, as time has come that they've been waiting to see the truth is finally arriving. This is a positive message of a brighter tomorrow and an increase of finances and resources. I love it. They're waking up. There's an increase of wisdom. Okay? So they're having a wake-up call in the truth. Ace of Swords about your guys' connection. And believe me, this is going to lead to green pastures, trust me. But if this is about children or divine partnership or the inner child, trust me, this is going to be handled and dealt with, and they're in the midst of it. Okay, so we're going to move on. We're going to go quickly here to the third eye, which is their intuition. What is the truth? What are they actually knowing? What is it that they know as a soul? What is it that they resonate with? What do they feel fully resonates in their soul? We have the harvest. Oh, and it's a cook. It's a chef. We might have someone that is a chef or a cook. All right. Someone that is just like really handy in the kitchen. Yes, yes. Okay. But it's in reverse. Virgo energy, the harvest, number 8. So what they know is karma's giving them payback. They know they're reaping what they're sowing. That is what they know at their innermost soul level, that whatever they have is because they've acquired it and they know it. The card that clarifies that is adjacent possibilities in reverse. There's some delays and not a lot of possibilities are open to them right now. Again, it's their karma. So this person realizes the things they've done have caused them to lose opportunities. And they're well aware of it. We're going to read this. Harvest card number 8, strength energy. Collect the bounty you've earned. Thank you so much, markers, for saying this is a beautiful reading. I appreciate that. The timing is off. So attempting to pull a green fruit off the tree is exhausting and impossible. It's not ready. Waiting until the fruit falls gives us an overripe, rotten harvest also. Our goal is to find the perfect timing. Our goal is blocked or out of reach. This isn't the best fit for us. Or perhaps we're trying too hard. The masculine is exhausting himself, believing that he'll succeed if he works harder, smarter, faster. Though famine is a part of nature, we may be going against the universe. Is this really the right direction? What is the lesson if I look deeper? Masculine, take a fast, fresh, past, present, future spread for deeper insights on your situation. So yeah, resistance again. That's what it is. Resistance. Bad timing. Wow. Bad timing. The goal is blocked. Whatever this masculine wants in their third eye, they know they can't get because they're karma. And the life that they're picking, which is a very karmic path, is not the right path for them. They know in their gut, without a shadow of a doubt, absolutely, mark my words in this reading, this masculine is like, I'm on the wrong path, and I know it. So we're going to do the past, present, future of their history. Honey, 3 years is baby steps. There's never an ending on this journey. It could be 50 years and you're still not done. This is all about growth, and the timing is always divine. A lot of us have been on this journey for decades. So saying you've been on it 3 years, I know it might feel exhausting, but believe me, There's no time frame on the journey. There's no end point. There's no after a certain amount of years, we should be at another level. There's only growth and there's only soul movement. And if your soul is stuck on a level, stuck not growing or not changing, you will replay patterns, and that may take longer. But your soul is trying to teach you something and go through something. No matter how long it's taking you, your soul wants you to resonate with something and kind of wake up to something. And that's why you go through a lot of repetitive patterns. So if you ever feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel and you're not moving forward anywhere, just know that there's something to learn. What is it? Meditate, seek, and ask, and you will discover your own self, what it is you need to recognize on your part of the journey. But yeah, 3 years is not too long, honestly. Okay, so what is the past for this masculine situation? What is the past? Past is 8 of Wands and 9 of Swords. Okay, a lot was coming at this person in the past. They couldn't catch up. There's just been too much going on in their life. They're too busy. There's too many people involved, too many friends, too many moves, too many dramas, too much happening, too many emotional situations, and a very hard lack of sleep. This person is go, 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 without really dealing with it. This person has been on automatic auto drive, and they've never dealt with the situations that they needed to. They've been too rushed, and they didn't spend enough time processing the pain that they were really suffering and going through. So they just never really got over this. Okay, so what is the present? Present situation. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups in reverse. Finally reaching forgiveness. Learning to forgive oneself. The Star card. Hope, healing, restoration. Oh, yes. This is good. This is so good. King of Cups in reverse. This is, I can see clearly now that I've been hiding my emotions and hiding from them. Okay? I need to forgive myself for why I suffered. I need to go back in time, make peace with that, and I need to open up my heart. I've got to share my feelings. I need to rebuild who I am. I need to forgive my past and forgive myself for the things I've done. I need to be an emotionally better person. I need to deal with my emotions because this masculine has not dealt with them. What's coming up in the future, please? Bottom of the deck, the Magician, Virgo Gem energy. Having the power. Having the absolute power to change things. The High Priestess in reverse. Not being bottled up anymore. Not hiding within. Not keeping things away and being isolated. But getting back out there and sharing. Sharing thoughts. Sharing feelings. Just putting yourself out there and not hiding. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You have to go back and deal with unfinished business. And this person has the power. So the future really tells us that your masculine's going to come back to the earth, get grounded, realize they have to open up, and the past is the past, but at the same time, there's some unfinished business between them and their caring partner. Okay, so fate wants them to take a step back, not forward. They can't rush, 8 of Wands, 9 of Swords, continuously moving without dealing with it. Okay? People cannot keep going, and not dealing with their own shit. That is a mind that does too much turning. This is why I said technology is kind of a terrible thing to have. It keeps your mind away from what's important. Imagine the emotional and spiritual and mental work you could get done not having a phone. Imagine the amount of meditation you could do. Imagine the amount of self-reflection, journal writing, art, walking, connecting with nature and people. Imagine what you could do without it. And so this person is like really realizing I've spent way too much time moving and not dealing. And I've just pushed through everything and not dealt with real stuff. So this is just an eye-opening moment of clarity that I've got to deal with my emotions from my past. I've got to work through them and heal them, because I'm not going to move forward till I open up. That's literally what this means. I will not move forward. This is why it's reversed. The wheel is not going to turn if I don't let my secrets out, open up and share. Okay? If I don't use the internal knowledge and wisdom that I have and apply it. If I don't do that, I'm not going to move forward. So anyways, that's what's happening. Let's get a divine masculine message on the harvest card. It's not time. It's not ripe. This is their knowledge. They're on the wrong path. Flat out on the wrong path. You have no idea how badly I want to taste you thirsty. This person does want you and yearn for you, because bottom of the deck, you sparked something deep inside of me. You've ignited my soul. Wow. You triggered them. That's what we're supposed to do as twin flames or divine soulmates. You're supposed to reflect to the other person how they love themselves, just like Queen said. How are you loving yourself? How are you being honest with yourself? How are you living? You sparked that inside of them. And you showed them the deeper part of meanings of love and life and relationship. You've triggered them. And they're yearning that, because no one else provides that but that caring connection. Oh, good job, honey. I'm almost done.
I think more could probably when that new Fortnite seasons, I will probably should let me play Minecraft. I'll build a train for you.
Thank you.
Like our blocks.
Uh-huh.
But it's not going to be able to move.
Thank you, baby.
Then like a roller coaster.
That'd be great. Bottom of the deck, nobody understands the darkness inside me, inner demons. Okay? So yeah, you've triggered it. You've definitely awakened this person's inner demons. Hello, inner demons. You've triggered them. This is good. And this is why doors are closed and delays are happening, because they know they're on the wrong path. So, hey, that's pretty much in a nutshell what they know in their third eye. They know that they know that they know they've got inner demons, they're on the wrong path, and they want you more than anything. They just need to admit it and do it. Okay, past, present, future. Admit it, do it. They're not going to go forward till they go finish some unfinished business with you, Divine Feminine. And Masculine, if you're watching, listen. You're not going to be able to be successful in your future the way you would like to be, with what you want. Please listen. If you don't work things out here with a soulmate or a twin, you have them in your life for a reason. I'm not saying you have to marry them, but I'm saying you have to finish unfinished business with them. That is a part of your soul contract. Okay? And look, they probably love cooking, because I see cooking with lazy bread. I'm a DM, so spot on. I know my issues and I really want to work on them. Just don't know how. Oh, thank you, cooking. And look at you with your little chef hat. That is so cool. That is like such a sign, right? Such a sign. This masculine really does love to be creative and cook. And you know what's sad? When people have not dealt with their inner demons, they even lose a lust and a passion for what they used to love. Like cooking may not be the same as it always was. You know, their passions kind of dwindle down because they know they have to open up. They have to share. They have to get real. Anyways, once they do that, whatever you do, masculine, you will move forward, okay? You really, really will. We're going to move on now to the next one, which is the final piece. And that is the crown chakra, the crown of this reading, which is ultimately the outcome, but also just the whole message as a whole. What is the crown saying to us? What are we going to take from this reading? What is the crown showing the masculine with their beliefs, their knowings, and who they are as a soul, as a person? What do they feel and know that they are? Surrender. The masculine knows they have to give it up. I know I have to just give it up, give it to God, give it to Source, Spirit, Creator, and just say, I have to let go of this control. Why am I so controlling with myself? Why am I so controlling with my life? You know, it's not all in my hands. I should let the universe chip in. I should let the universe move through me, change me, mold me, guide me. Why am I so resistant? I know I need to surrender. So the ultimate knowing for the masculine is I have to surrender. And my right ear is ringing. The guides are like, yep, he needs to surrender, or she, okay? But the masculine needs to surrender. Put up that white flag, masculine. Give in. Oh, I have a really good song for you with the feminine. It's Give In to Me. You guys know I've quoted that before, but if you guys haven't seen Country Strong with Gwyneth Paltrow, I don't know if it's Throw or Tro, but Gwyneth Paltrow, and I forgot who the guy was, but there's another girl, it's not even Gwyneth, but she sings the song Give In to Me. And it's really about her coaxing a guy to give in to her. And she's like, I love you, I want you, you're gonna give in to me. You're gonna give in to me. And she's like, you just need to give in. Just give in to me. Release, let your guard down, allow yourself to love me. Just give in to me. And she's like so confident that she's gonna coax him and give in to me. Ooh, I got goosebumps. Listen, guys, if you're watching this reading, masculines, give in. Give in to the feminine. And feminines, if you're cross-watching, go listen to that song. It's gonna make you feel empowered. It's about giving in. You guys should watch it. It's a video, a little song video. Give In to Me, Country Strong. Okay, YouTube it. So masculine, your crown says surrender. Let the universe take command. The element is water. The phase is decline. The number is 2. Partnership. Masculine, when your progress has been blocked and you have fought to your best advance, sometimes the only option left is to surrender. Clearly, you're not going in the right direction. Clearly, doors are closing. Clearly, you're not able to make this harvest happen because it's not right. It's not time and it's not the right path. You finally need to accept your reality. Surrender is less about giving up than it is about simply allowing and admitting what is. When you stop trying to force your will, things get surprisingly easier and obstacles start to disappear in unexpected ways. The universe takes care of the situation for you like natural. Your lesson is often challenging and painful because you are going through them right now. But sometimes you can't understand the great mystery of how the universe works and why it's not giving you what you want. Probably because something better is on the other side, if only you just surrender and let that happen. Your life tends to make more sense in retrospect once you surrender. Hardships turn out to be spiritual gifts, blessings in disguise. Your enemies actually end up maybe being friends or some of life's best teachers. Human weakness is our strength in disguise. Masculine, your goal is not to be large and in charge, but instead to surrender your entire being and soul to align with the universal magic and mystical design between you and your soul love. Fixing and figuring out and manipulating our small, selfish attempts to bend life to your will. When you submit to your proper place in the scheme of things and let the universe work on you and use people to work with you, you're going to find a power greater than yourself that restores order, peace, and equilibrium. Well, damn, there's your answer. Okay. The next card supporting that is Door to Personal Healing and Happiness in Reverse. You're realizing that the door you want to go in isn't the right door, and it's not going to give you personal healing and happiness. What is it you're doing, masculine? I don't know. I don't know your whole story. I just know what's going on in your chakras. Your crown is an absolute knowing that you're on the wrong path. Your crown knows, your throat knows, your third eye knows, hey, these doors are closed for a reason. When one door closes, another door opens. But your inner demons keep eating alive at you, and your will is so strong you resist. It's that strength card, trying to control your situation. But Spirit says you're not really going to make yourself happy that way. You have the power. Surrender. Pick something new. Spirit, show me the surrender card with the tarot. Clarify surrender. Stop fighting. Wow. Stop fighting. That's why it's in reverse. Stop fighting Spirit, which is the wands represent a spiritual presence. Stop fighting a spiritual battle. You're not going to win. Everything you do, everything you seek to do is going to have an obstacle, a door slammed in your face, a door shut, problems. That is the path of resistance. You are on the path of resistance. When you get off that path and you just let God work through you, let Spirit heal you, grow you, change you, you'll be surprised. Bottom of the deck is when you do the same thing over and over again, you're going to get the same result. You build one pentacle, you're going to build another and another and another and another and another and another. That's the definition of insanity. You're working so hard to recreate your pentacles. Year after year after year, it's the same old story. The same you, different day. You know what you're doing. You know why you're doing it. You're stubborn. Earth energy beginning to end. And Earths are always stubborn. Taurus, Virgo, Cappy. You're all stubborn. So dig your heels in. Go ahead. It's just getting you what you've been getting. Nothing new. Do you want that? My hands are up. My hands are up. This is going to have to be your deep contemplation on what you really want. Okay? So I'm going to read that to you. Door to Personal Healing and Happiness in reverse. Number 34. You may be feeling stuck, masculine, where intentions are concerned. Self-mastery and discipline may be hard to achieve right now. Maybe your specific plans for personal change have been blocked. Remember that your intentions need to be clear and unconflicted. That's the problem. Therein lies the truth. Your plans are not clear because you don't really know where you want to go, because you're hiding what you really want, because you're not being true to yourself. That is the conflict with the life you're living and trying to live, and the life your soul really, really wants, which is your divine feminine at a soul level. So, yeah, your choices are conflicted with your heart. Head over heart situations, and it's going to lead you in a ditch. You are capable of achieving what you desire, and you deserve it, but you have to put your heart into the plans and changes of the universe so that what you desire you can realize are worth your time and effort. The new beginning you seek will come with your own focus and patient determination to make the next right choice. Give in to me. Give in to me. What do you want to say? You know, in that song, Give In to Me, she was totally in love with him, but he was in love with another woman. She was older than him. She was a famous country singer. She was married. Every single thing said it's not going to work. Seriously, watch the movie Country Strong. That country boy singer pursued the woman he thought he loved. But it was never going to work. She was married. She had personal problems. She didn't really love him back. She wasn't into him like he was into her. He didn't even know why he was seeking what he was seeking. But then he meets this new girl. She's an innocent singer. She's beautiful. She's fresh. She's ready. She's able. They're perfect together. They're headed on the same path. And she wants him, and he wants her. But he refuses to let his feelings come to the surface. He doesn't want to admit that. He doesn't want to go after her. He doesn't want to love her. He doesn't want to allow himself, because he thinks what's best for his life is being a famous country singer and with that famous country singer girl. But it's never going to work. She's already taken. She's already going down a dark path. She's not even into him. And believe me, that door is closed. But he refused to see it. And the whole song, Give In to Me, she pursued him. She was like, give in to me. You're going to give in to my love. You're going to give in to my heart. You're going to give in to me. And I don't know, I don't remember the whole movie, but I think he had to let his guard down. Let his guard down and really go into her and allow himself to love and feel and grow. And they made beautiful music together. So I don't know. I'm not saying your story is that story. I'm just saying there's a metaphor there. There's a symbolic message there with that song and that movie and this reading. And it's like, don't resist what's good for you, and don't resist what your heart says, because you may be so stubborn that you think you know what you want, but probably definitely not the best thing for you. So I'm just saying, pay attention to those signs. Card that comes out is I'm ashamed of what I've said. Gossip. You've talked a lot of shit. You've talked a lot of shit about your divine feminine. And all she did was love you and trigger you. That's what she had to do. That was her job. She did her job. Or he did her job. Or you know what I mean? He did, whatever. The feminine did the job, okay? That's what their purpose was, to trigger you, masculine, and help you grow, and to love you and nurture you. That's their whole mission with you. They have their own separate independent mission, but their mission with you, they've completed that. They were supposed to. And you are supposed to forgive. Your part of the mission is surrendering. Your part of the mission is giving in to the feminine's love and nurturing. That's your mission, to be vulnerable and surrender. You're not completing your mission. And on top of that, you've said a lot of shit about the journey, the soulmates, the bottom of the deck. It feels like I'm slowly losing you, fading. And you probably are slowly losing your feminine because you've procrastinated, you've avoided, and you've rejected your contract. Okay? You've avoided your contract, but you're contemplating, you're figuring it out, the overall, underall, you're making sense. And remember, you're getting untied from everything that used to hold you back. Divine masculine, what should you focus on? Pick a good one. Make a good choice. That's really what this is. Pick a good one is make a good choice. Make good choices. It's not about your past. It's not about where you're at. Just worry about the next right step. I repeat, just the next right step. Make sure the next step is a good one, a healthy one. And pick a good partner. Stop picking things for crap, okay? We're going to read a Heal Yourself Oracle, because you have a lot of healing to do on this journey. You're healing and it's so hard. I get it. You're healing and it's hard. Bottom of the deck, temptation. You are easily tempted. And I understand. There's a lot of temptation in this world. There's porn, there's phones, there's lots of people throwing themselves at each other. It's easy to cheat. It's easy to be on a dark path. It's easy to be tempted into old karmic habits and habitual patterns, okay? That's fucking easy. It's so easy to fall back into your comfort zone. That's the temptation. You have to fight that. The other card that came out for you is Hole in the Soul. This is your major healing, because remember, it all starts from your root chakra. You have a hole in your soul from the beginning of your existence. You have an emptiness inside of you. And it doesn't matter what you try to fill it up with. Women, cars, clothes, men, addictions, it doesn't matter. All those temptations, they're false. They're not going to fill the hole in your soul. You have to fill the hole in your soul, and you alone. Not even your soulmate can fill the hole in your soul. This is all you. You have to be whole. And you have to work with Saturn, because 36 is a Saturn number. You have to deal with your karma, which involves Saturn. Look at where your Saturn is at and placed, and look at where it is looking at, okay? Which is 3rd from Saturn, 3 places from Saturn, 7 places from your Saturn, and 10 places from your Saturn. That's 4 placements, where it sits, 3rd of where it's looking at, 7th of where it's looking at, and 10th of where it's looking at. That is 4 placements. That is the square. You need to see where Saturn is squaring in your chart. You need to see what he's looking at, what houses he's affecting, and what signs, because you do have some serious karma to work out with Saturn. Your child, oh my God, this is chills. Look at that. Your childhood wounds are creating a hole in your soul. Literally right there in gold, okay? This is what you need to heal, your childhood wounds. Masculine, one way your childhood wounds disrupt your extraordinary life is through low-grade depression, experienced as perpetual empty feelings, lackings, voids, and no matter what, you try to fill the void. You try to fill the lack. If as a child, you tried to make everything all right by picking up the pieces of your family's dramas, then you adopted a false self. You lost your way to your authentic person. You are disconnected from your true feelings, your real needs and desires, your inner child. Instead, masculine, you wear a mask, and you make others feel more comfortable than yourself, and you're more comfortable in situations in which you don't have to be real or authentic. This has caused you to be detached. And being detached from your childhood, your inner child, and your truth has led you to profound loneliness and isolation, as you are always feeling bad and sad and mourning your true self's death and loss. It doesn't matter who's in the room or who's next to you in bed. You will always feel this empty void and the loneliness. This card encourages you to discover your true self through learning about your childhood and mourning the abandonment and neglect you felt. I'm absolutely right. Sorry, but from the beginning. And we talked about it. We talked about the lack, the abandonment. If you missed that, you need to go back to the beginning of this video. 8 of Cups and the Innocence card in reverse. Okay? Everything in this reading is legit, 100 true. Okay? It doesn't matter what temptation you want to fill your void up with, it's going to be empty. And that's why at the bottom of the deck earlier you got emptiness. Okay? You're just feeling empty. And over here we have I'm drowning in despair. You are drowning in despair. Masculine, find a safe place, my love. A safe place. You are loved. You are beautiful. And you are perfectly perfect for who you're supposed to be. You are a treasure. Your soul vibration is comforting and pleasant. You are a joy. You are a joy. You are not a nuisance. You are not a problem. You are not a pain. You are not unwanted. You are not unloved. You are not alone. Your divine feminine has been with you in spirit. God, source, spirit, your angels have been with you in spirit. Watch the movie The Shack. Even if you haven't experienced sexual abuse, just learn to make peace with your anger and the unfairness that you've had to put up with as a child. It's not your fault. And the people that hurt you, it's not their fault. They were hurt too. Remember, hurt people hurt other people. This is about forgiveness of you because you've probably hurt people as well. It is a cycle. Hurt begets hurt, begets hurt, begets hurt, begets hurt. Make peace with that. And surrender and give your heart. So listen, masculine, find a safe place. I want you to get some colored pencils or crayons or markers or pen, whatever you want. But I want you to draw several different masks. Then cut it out. Each mask should represent an aspect of your false self. The strong you, the depressed you, the angry you, all these selves that are not your inner child. Draw masks and aspects of yourself, such as a good girl or boy also. Draw a mask where you have to be fake to please your difficult family. The mask you have to wear to settle your alcoholic mother, or the mask you have to wear to impress your domineering father who's absent most of the time, or the mask you have to wear to please your stepmother or stepfather, the mask you have to wear to please the world, the mask you have to wear to please your wife or your husband, and the mask you have to wear to make your kids think you're invincible. The mask you have to put on at work to show a strong face of courage and independence. Draw these masks, cut them out. These are your false selves. The real you is wounded and hurt. The real you is that inner child. And the real you needs to be seen, loved, and heard. Open up. So once you take the time to make these masks of the good girl, boy, savior, slave, rebel, the victim, the overachiever, etc., take time to write down and draw the qualities you feel each false self contains. Then I want you to turn on some powerful music. Put on a mask and move in a way you feel the mask requires you to move, to express yourself, and the way the mask makes you feel, and the way the mask makes you suppress the feelings that you really feel. Once you have completed the dance, take off the physical mask and burn that bitch. Then imagine energetically taking off all your false masks that you wear in front of these various people. Give yourself the permission to be real. And imagine a person in front of you, your divine feminine, who loves you and accepts you, the real you. Feel that comfort. And then I want you to imagine taking off that mask in front of the people that do not accept you for your real self, the ones that want you to wear the mask, and say to them, I'm going to betray you now. I'm going to say, fuck you, and I'm going to recover my true self. If you don't love me for who I am and you don't care about me the way I deserve, then fuck you. Now imagine this person saying to you, I'm sorry I did that to you. I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to wear a mask. I'm your father, masculine, and I'm sorry I made you feel like you couldn't be sensitive. I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to overachieve. Or I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to be the man of the house. Or I'm sorry I made you abandoned in some way, and I made you wear a mask of strength when you weren't strong, and I should have protected you. Take off your mask and forgive me. And imagine the mother saying the same. I'm sorry I made you feel like you needed to be stronger than you were. I'm sorry I made you feel unsafe. I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to be the mother and father in your own life. I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to wear this mask of strength to take care of me when I should have taken care of you. Or I'm sorry I left you, and I made you put on that mask of you're okay when you're not. Please forgive me. And imagine if it's a lover that made you feel you had to be all these things that you weren't. Imagine that lover saying, I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to work so hard to prove yourself to me, and I'm sorry I made you feel like you had to be more than you ever could be to please me and that you still weren't enough. I'm sorry I made you feel that way, and I love you, and I accept you for your real, genuine self. You know, you need to imagine these roles. You need to imagine this out like a play. That's what it says. Understand that if you can imagine these people saying this to you, it will encourage you to become the person you were meant to be. The real you. Oh, well, it's been a great reading, masculine. I'm going to go. I don't want to be too drained before my 11:11s later tonight. So until then, I'll see you later. Please remember to hit the like button on your way out and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you want to support me in any way, you can go to my website, jks1111.com. If you want to purchase anything for yourself, go ahead and go there. If you guys have any questions, please reach me in the comments section below the video. There's plenty of room, and I will see you. And for everyone else, it's a closed list later, the 11:11s. I'll be doing past, present, and future for you guys. So if you guys, have done that, I look forward to seeing you. I don't know what time. It's my brother's birthday today. I've got to go give him a card and something. And I've got to finish homework with my kids. I need to make dinner. And I have dishes to do. And I have to clean up the playroom, which Matthew has clearly trashed. So once I've done all of that, I will be back on to do a video for you guys. For everyone else that's waiting for any, replies from me or follow-ups from me with anything, I'm on it. I do that usually in the evenings, late at night when I'm in bed. That's when I'm, getting on top of all those things. So I am on it. I just don't get to it during the day. So don't panic. Okay? But everything's getting resolved and everything should be fine. Don't worry. Remember, woosah. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Remember, this is a divine masculine reading, not a feminine reading. And it's not a karmic reading, okay? And remember, it's all a journey. A big ocean of readings, lessons, trials, and tribulations. Just keep swimming. That's what I always tell you guys. You got this. Hang in there. Just keep swimming. Don't ever focus on a destination. That's when you get disappointed. That's when you get fed up. That's when you get stressed. And you could see it in people. Once they feel they've had a timeline, they thought it should be done by now, a destination, a finish line, some kind of ultimate whatever, and it doesn't happen, they get angry, upset, frustrated, fed up, okay? Because they expected something. Why? Out of what Bible told you there's some limit, some expectation point? Some pinnacle? Like, who told you that? Where did you get your information? Why do you think that? Don't. As far as we know, we're on a journey, okay? And life is lessons, and there is no destination, okay? It's just a big journey, and all you can do is take each day at a time, each single day at a time, be in the present moment, don't live in the future, and don't live in the past. Stop setting so many goals for, personal journey stuff. You're always learning, you're always a student, and your journey doesn't exactly end. okay? So quit thinking that you're going to reach the pinnacle and it's going to be over. You're not as long as you're breathing, okay? You're not going to reach the pinnacle. There's always more, okay? So ease up on yourself. No more destinations. Just keep swimming. I love you guys, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. We will do a divine feminine reading tomorrow to kind of even things out with the readings, and then we'll get into a karmic reading. I know you guys look forward to the karmic readings. If you missed the moon signs, we had an epic video yesterday, time-stamped. Thank you, markers. If you want to know more about your independent journey as a moon sign, you can watch my video I posted yesterday. Okay? That being said, I'll see you guys later for the 11/11s. It is a closed list, sorry to say, but only the people that paid $11.11 through Cash App are getting the reading. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Remember, just keep swimming. Thank you, markers. Thank you, moderators, for taking care of business today. You guys are the best, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Lots of love. Thank you for watching.